fuck his memories up any more
They're
than
already fucked.
they're
Wow.
already.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Oh,
I guess that's how we're starting.
Yeah.
They're
sorry.
already fucked. Welcome to Aes'Taldon.
Welcome to Aes'Taldon. Hi, I'm your dungeon master, TM Disaster. This is my fucking group of idiots.
Emphasis on disaster.
We're a
You
well-oiled
invited
machine.
me.
Oh god.
Yeah.
No,
So
you're not.
what?
No, you're not.
Who's not what?
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 What are you talking about? Anyways, we are back. We did play last week. We just did not stream it because obviously we were learning how to use Foundry, and it was a shit show. So I'm glad we did not stream it. But regardless, we're back, and we're still gonna fuck this up. So, Alan, can you please do it? Alan, my voice broke. Alan, can you do recap?
Try right.
I can try.
Oh,
All right, serious moment. So, where we had left off last time was mid torture session that didn't go too great. There was a lot of drowning, a lot of unanswered questions, and then more drowning. Nothing really came of that other than the information that a lot of, at least to Thin's knowledge, a lot of the merchants and store owners here were being told to raise their prices on a lot of items, despite having a surplus of items to sell by the Church of Iron, which is still pretty good, solid information to have. But most of everyone did reconvene back to the estate that is now under the control of Wilhelm. I don't particularly remember if anything happened that night before we rolled into the morning. But during the morning, everyone except Isa pretty much was there that ate breakfast. Everyone was talking, and then all of a sudden, these people came barging in with a bunch of boxes. They're like, "Who the fuck brought all these boxes?" Wilhelm was pissed. He was like, "All right, just put that shit in there, I guess." And once I got all the boxes in, or most of the boxes in, the rest of the party, Arthos, Eros, and Noman specifically, were just like, "Who the fuck brought these boxes in here? Let's take a look inside these boxes." They found a bunch of names. Kartag asked one of the servants, one who brought these boxes in here and who they belong to, and they were like, "Oh, these are for Master Isa or Lord Isa," and he did not like that whatsoever. He's like, "Where's that little chuckle fuck? I'm gonna ask him." So that went down, and they didn't really get too much from kind of what's inside, except just more names of like a lot of dead people in the boxes. Before Isa returned, realized, oh shit, they got here quicker than I thought they would. He went in, saw everybody going through the box. He's like, "Y'all want to put my shit down?" And everybody was like, "Hey yo, this is kind of sus. Where you get these boxes?" He's like, "Leafa." And he's like, "How about nah?" He's like, "Come on, bro." They're like, "All right." So they left, and Isa was kind of trying to get some stuff together. And while they were leaving, Kartag stepped up to Isa like, "Hey, little man, you got some explaining to do." Isa was like, "I really don't have time for whatever bullshit you're about to spout out. Can I just like get to my shit? That's cool." He's like, "You little shit." And on the flip side, on the other end of this group, they were like, "Hey, let's go help them get the boxes." Eros specifically was like, "Let's go help them get the boxes," because Eros is a good boy and wants to help, presumably. But he also is nosy and wants to look inside the fucking boxes. So they do follow the servants after Eros charmed one of the servants, be like, "Yeah, let's just help you get the rest of these boxes." And they went to leave his estate, And they got there. They was like, "Yeah, let's help get the stuff." And Leaf saw and it was like, "Be careful with that shit, okay?" He's like, "Oh yeah, we'll be totally careful." Um, they start picking up the boxes and started to haul them back to the estate. Noman was like, I'm gonna just levitate all this shit, and then when I get there, I'm gonna see if I can take some of these boxes and look inside them. Arthur's just like, I mean, I don't give a fuck. This is his shit. I'm not gonna look through it. Eros is like, let me just take this box around the corner and look through it. Didn't really find a whole lot. Didn't really see a lot of magic shit in there. Got back, was trying to carry it, tripped or pretended to trip. Then it got heavy when he tried to carry it back, and he was like, "I'm not carrying the rest of that shit." But of course, the rest of the boxes came to the house. All the while, this happened in Kartag, and Isa having a weirdly honest, open, like heart to heart of like Isa being like, "Ayo, let me just have this one thing. I just want to figure this shit out." And Kartag's just like, "You're being an asshole, but you're also right." And Isa's just like, "Can you look out for those other chuckle fucks? Because Noman's kind of shady, and I don't want him looking through my shit because I know he will." And Kartag is like, "Hey yo, I got you." So after that, Isa left to like start moving the boxes to his room, and Kartag went out as the group was coming in with all the boxes and trying to load them in. And at some point, Noman was trying to sneak off with one of the boxes, and Kartag was like, "What you got there, buddy?" And Noman was like, "Nothing." He's like, "You want to bring that back here?" He's like, "No." But some convincing had Noman be like, "You know what? Yeah, here you go. I'll totally give this over." And Kartag was like, "Nah, I'm not falling for that shit, because the moment you try to throw that in there, you're going to try to take another box. Come on." And basically grabbed him by the scruff of his neck, metaphorically, and dragged him to Isa's room so they can kiss and make up and all that bullshit. But that didn't happen. Kartag was like, "Yeah, we had this box that, oh wow, we just found it. Isn't that right?" And kind of sneakily looking over to the right, and Isa's just like, "Who the fuck?" And just looks out the door and sees Noman pretending like he's admiring the wallpaper. And Kartag's just like, "I'm really tired of this group like not really communicating and not being on the same page, because we have a whole world we gotta save and shit, and we kind of need to have some kind of cohesion because we really haven't." Which is like, "Oh, Kartag's growing up." And he was like, "You two should make up and be best friends." And Isa just like, "Okay." And no one was just like, "Sure, yeah, I'm out." So he left, and I was just like, "Okay." And Kartag was like, "You know what? It's fine. It's whatever." And thought that Isa was mad at him. So then we had depressed Kartag. And depressed Kartag went back to talk with the rest, and that's all I remember from the session.
Because that's all that happened.
Is that really all that happened?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Remember, we also did spend like an hour and a half trying to figure out Foundry. So
Oh yeah,
session was very short.
That also did happen. I forget.
And then we spent another half an hour making our dice.
Yeah, that's true.
And then,
We made some really nice dice.
It's very
another
important.
30 minutes on the tail end being sad because Kartag is now depressed.
All right, so jumping over to the Kin Estate. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, the ISO ocean.
Yeah, if that's what she said.
That is exactly what she said, I guess. I don't know. That's my pen. Thank you. If you do not have vision, let me know.
Ooh.
This shit fancy.
I'm alone in a room.
Oh, I do want to ask super quick. By the end of all that, would Isa have been able to get all of the boxes back into his room?
No, because there's still boxes coming in.
Okay.
I feel like I've forgotten everything I've learned.
What the fuck are these macros? What the fuck? There's so many macros.
It'll be okay, guys. You can do it.
Can you guys move your tokens, or is mine just...
I
The
don't
game
know
is
where my
paused.
Game is paused.
Game is paused.
Oh, so do I.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ahaha!
What in the holy HUD?
Oh god.
We got this guy.
My anxiety's back up again.
Kitty, can you see my token?
No, because my door is closed and my field of view is weird. I'm trying to figure out how to change. Oh,
Yes, I have it set in the Foundry Help channel. If you hear that squealing, I'm sorry. That's my child. She's trying to get my pens. In the Foundry Help channel, there's a section in there to tell you how to move your characters, how to turn their positions.
my immersion.
Okay.
I hear people opening doors.
I'm sorry. It's so entertaining.
All right, so by this point, it is probably. Am I stuck on somebody? I feel like I am, but I don't know what's going on. We're just gonna zoom out. Because I think it's on Kartog. I don't know. But yeah, so you all are at this point in time. It's pretty late. The Lifa's servants haven't, it's starting to slow down with how many boxers are coming in. The library is almost full. And Isa, to be able to comfortably move into your room, you wouldn't be able to obviously have as many boxes in there. But you do know that the rest of them are in the library.
Okay. And this is later into the night.
Yes.
Right. Isa probably would have went to go find Wilhelm if he's available.
Not disposed at this hour.
Who's out here opening doors like they pay rent?
Wilhelm.
Doesn't need to pay rent.
That's fair.
Yeah, so by this point, Wilhelm does return. You all know that he did leave kind of fussy about something. You did see Astoria, those who were out in the foyer, you did see Astoria chasing after him.
Yeah, that's right.
He does come back in and looks at all of you as you're kind of convening together and just, hello. How are you all doing?
Perfectly fine. You were out quite a long time.
Yes, I was.
I'll not inquire further.
And he kind of nods. I appreciate that. Thank you. So, are you all hungry? It is quite late, and something tells me that Leaf is not going to be here tonight. And then he raises his hand. No harm has come to her. I can assure you of that. But I did see that all of her lights were off in her home. So I would assume she's probably gone down for the evening.
I could do with dinner, but I do want to ask something of you. It's not anything major, whether it be before or after dinner. It doesn't matter to me.
While I'm here right now, might as well ask.
You wouldn't happen to have any bags of holding that you have lying around, would you?
Not that I'm aware of. We can head to the shops, though, in the morning.
We can talk about a payment plan for repayment. I'm a little low on funds, clearly.
And he kind of waves his hand. No need to worry about that. None of you are good for any money, so I've already cut my losses.
Ouch.
Well, I'm not going to argue with that.
Well, please join me. And he gestures for you all to follow him.
What time is this?
It's late evening, so probably about 6, 7 o'clock-ish.
Hmm. Yeah, I suppose he would.
Where's good boy Noman?
Why do I see Scully outside my door?
No
Because
reason.
he's watching.
Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that.
Hello, Scully.
Oh,
Did you know he took a part-time job as a security guard?
Well, you see, I took
You
that
gotta
dead
pay
servant
rent
I
somehow.
killed, and I made a new Scully.
Bro, that tuition isn't going to pay for itself.
A better Scully.
So, you all make your way into the dining area. The door to the kitchen opens and closes as the servants make their way in and out. They're bringing out food. And none of them really say anything. You can tell that they're all kind of uncomfortable given the circumstances from last evening. Or this morning, technically. But they don't really say much. They pour wine. They set plates in front of all of you. Pour water. And then kind of just quietly make their way out. Wilhelm looks at all of you now, and you see him kind of picking at the food, not really eating. Well, please dig in. And his eyes kind of drift upward. And then he looks back at all of you, just that tight-lipped smile.
Yeah, gonna dig in. Not gonna say anything about it yet. Just gonna give Wilhelm a moment to see if he's gonna say anything or not.
Eros doesn't give him a moment at all.
He's like, so what you want to talk about?
He like starts to play with his fork a little bit and looks over. Are you okay, Mr. Wilhelm?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you. Just had a little bit of a spat with my family.
He reaches over and he'll give his wrist a small squeeze. Those are never fun.
No, they're not, especially when I haven't seen them in over 200 years.
You thought it'd be all sunshine and rainbows having your happy little family back, but now you're having an argument and you're gonna cry about it at the dinner table. Understandable. Big mood.
And you see Wilhelm looks a little kind of upset at the beginning of Kartog's comment, but then when he hears his tone, just looks at everybody else.
Arthur's not looking at Wilhelm, he's looking at Kartag like,
Isa just looks in between them and looks to Wilhelm and just silently just shakes his head like, don't get into it.
All right. Well. Yes, I suppose I am a little upset, but I should be fine. Kartog, are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm just experiencing fight withdrawal.
Fight withdrawal.
Yep, that's all it is.
He just kind of looks around. Is that a thing?
I've never heard of that before.
You know, I just wish that maybe you guys could stop having so many differences and maybe focus on saving the world. There is an extra plane of threat threatening to destroy all of Aes'Taldon, and you're angry over some fucking boxes. I just think we should all work together a bit more and communicate rather than trying to do our own thing. We're a team after all, right, guys?
Yes.
Right.
you know,
Yes.
Kartag, I actually do think you're right, yes. I'll agree with you.
Wilhelm's kind of awkwardly nods.
Like, yeah, team.
Isa's just silently drinking his blood wine, which he hasn't really done in a long time. He really hasn't drank a lot of blood.
No, he's been eating bones.
Yeah,
He's
he's
crushed
really,
on the bones.
but he hasn't drank a lot of blood in a while. This is the first time he's indulging in a long time.
Noman stops shoveling food into his mouth long enough to say, when you put it like that, I guess.
And, you know, I'm not saying Ice is in the wrong for having the boxes, or that anyone else is in the wrong for wanting to look in the boxes. Looking in boxes is kind of what we do, especially if the box is a chest.
And he looks at everybody again. Are you sure he's all right?
He'll be fine.
This has happened a lot because, you know, I've kind of just joined.
No,
I was gonna look at Isa like, do you know what's wrong with Kartag? He seems not as blusterous as usual. Can I miss it? Or at least the sadness is off-putting.
We'll get him some targets to kill, and he'll feel better.
That's true.
Oh, well, if it's killing something that you need, then perhaps I can be of assistance. And then he kind of thinks about it. Not kill me, of course, but I have, I'm having a little bit of a dilemma. You see, it's come to my attention that there are some children that have nowhere to go. And despite what you all may think of me, I have a soft spot for children.
Whoa. You're not telling me to go out there and murder a bunch of children now, are you?
No, God, no.
That's
the
dark,
opposite of what
even
I'm
for
asking.
you.
Okay.
That's the opposite
Okay.
of what I'm asking. I literally just said I have a soft spot for children.
Well, I don't know any resurrection spells, so I don't know how I'd do the opposite of killing them.
No, we're not killing children.
You said the opposite.
Keeping them alive is the opposite of killing them.
I thought bringing them back to life was the opposite of killing them.
No, Carta, no. There are children. There are children that are displaced, and I need help bringing them. I have been going out every day as much as I can to find them. But with the church's presence, it's a little
Why
bit more
don't you
difficult.
speak to Noman? You and him displace all the time.
Hmm?
1 second you're there, next second poof. Maybe not you as much, Noman, but Wilhelm sometimes.
Jesus Christ.
Damn. Got him.
Actually, I think this is something that's going to be a little bit bigger than just using magic. There are a couple of inquisitors and their lessers wandering. And I'm afraid to say it, but they seem to be in search of these children. The parents have clearly been murdered for not aligning with the church or harboring. And he kind of gestures idly. Creatures that they view as lesser than. There are some children, or human children, yes, but I can't let them fall into the wrong hands. And then he kind of looks over at you, Arthos. You know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. I do.
I would rather them be brought here, where I can at least try to keep them safe. Get them out of Aes'Taldon, if anything.
Where can we find these children?
They're all over Eldheim. I have some of my children running around and finding whoever they can, spreading rumors that So Nice is a haven for them. When there's several children there, we collect them, we bring them back here, and then I find a way to get them out.
Where do we start then?
Are there any at So Nice currently, or?
I'm
we
not
just go-
certain.
Well, personally, I think a fantastic place to start would be to go outside and inevitably be attacked by the church guards outside of the house.
That doesn't sound like a good starting point to me.
Then I will go outside of the main doors and fight the church guards outside of the house, and if you don't fancy that, you can slip out the back.
And you see Wilhelm kind of nodding a little bit. As much as I want to disagree with Kartog, he has a point. They will probably attack you if you attempt to leave. Again, I can't guarantee that they won't, but I don't have a lot of faith that they will just let you walk out of here. Even if Leafa says that they are part of hers.
You were able to grab boxes earlier. That was permissible.
It's morning. They probably have an eye on Leafa. He kind of shrugs. I'm assuming that it's permissible because they don't see it as a threat right now. Collecting boxes isn't really menacing. The contents within the box, of course. Something else entirely.
I'm hoping that we can get that bag of holding in the morning. That way I can at least make most of those boxes more mobile, portable.
Well, if any of the shops are still open, then you should be able to. And he kind of thinks a bit. There should be, honestly, there should be some that are still open, available. Just, I need you all to be careful, please. When I tell you that things have gone to hell and back, it's not an understatement.
We'll find our way to circumvent things, I'm sure.
I have no doubt of that.
Does Wilhelm seem genuinely worried for everyone in the party?
Roll insight.
Bam. 18.
Looking at him, you can tell that he does seem concerned. Like, obviously, you don't really know him, but the way that he's kind of looking at everybody, it really does seem like his heart's in the right place right now
Okay.
in comparison to the
Being betrayed
jovial
twice.
nature that you met in the other place.
Okay.
For once, he's being the good guy.
Who'd have thunk it?
That conscience is finally working on him.
Took long enough.
If you do happen to find my sister out there, please tell her to come home. I don't want to lose her again.
We'll be on the lookout for her.
And he looks at all of you and gives you again that kind of tight lipped smile, and he gets up, makes his way over to the piano and starts to play.
DM, have we had a long rest yet?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys haven't done anything. You guys have had a long rest since Rarick Docks. Or you mean like just recently?
Yeah, recently.
No.
'Cause I know a lot of
You
stuff
guys
before.
woke up after that night where you and Arrows were drinking?
Yep.
Got into a fight.
Yeah.
And they got into a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was your long rest, and then this is literally the day out, like the day of.
Okay.
Yeah. Noman's still down.
Noma's still beat up.
Beat the hell. Oh, okay.
Just a short rest. Arthur's just kind of looks at her like, so. And then sees Noman still worse for wear. So I say we search in the morning, or would searching at night be better? Though I don't think some of us are fit to go out.
No, I
Okay.
wouldn't mind a little bit of a rest, but I'm not going to say no from going out now if we need to.
What are children going to do?
Not so worried about the children as I am worried about the church and them getting to the children before us.
You'll have to fill me in a little bit on the whole Inquisitor thing. I don't have all of the information here, I don't think. Dangerous, I'm assuming.
Yes. Fanatical. And with a skewed set of morals, a lot of them fully believe they're doing the right thing. But truly they're just simply butchering people for the sake of it just because they're not human. And by butcher, I don't mean they're simply putting them to the sword. And he just kind of gets quiet for a little bit, and it's torture and mutilation and public displays they seem to be overly fond of.
Noted. And Eris will pat Arthos's shoulder.
Been some time since run-ins to some of them, I'm sure, but do you think that they would be that formidable?
Depends. One-on-one, not quite so much. For the average person, yes, but not for us. In larger numbers, probably. I could handle a group of, 3, possibly 4 by myself. But again, strength in numbers and all that.
I will fight 10, and if they send another 10, I will be happy.
If anything, we can probably use Cartag as a diversion, if nothing else.
Well, that's what I said. If you guys want, you can sneak out the back while I go outside for a leisurely stroll. If somebody else wants to come with me, that's fine. If not, then I'll be okay.
Noman, how are you feeling?
Has he still like bruised and slightly bleeding? I'm fine.
Better than earlier? I could probably get some vantage point to do some things to people. I don't need to be up front and personal with my work. If we require higher magics, not quite able to do much of that for today.
Yeah, you had a particularly rough morning.
Could have been worse.
So, and he looks over to Isa. What are your thoughts? Think we should go now? Think we should wait?
Well, I'd prefer to wait, but if now is a group consensus, then a little more I can say on it.
Could be risky, could be. And he kind of thinks for a second. We could wait for the church to start gathering them together. It would be easier than trying to comb through an entire city. Then we just simply kill the ones guarding the children and take them.
Yes, but by then is there a larger mob to worry about? More eyes, if you will.
Probably.
Possibly. There's going to be more of them, but it depends on where they're taken.
I think we wait, we risk them, but we don't risk ourselves. And if we go now, we risk ourselves and possibly risk them as well.
We can always run away.
Hmm.
Now you say that, Norman. But you know full well if I go out there and they get in a fight with me, and then they get reinforcements, and they get in a fight with me, and then they get reinforcements, I will fight outside of this house until every single guard they can send as reinforcements is dead, or I take my final breath. And then I'll wake up in a couple of years and do it all over again.
I was going to ask, how long does that take? I don't think we've asked before.
I'm
There's
sorry.
no-
Whoa. You just die for a couple of years and then you're like, I'm back. So cool.
He's
Basically.
That's how we met him, actually.
Oh.
from my understanding, he's not that far from, I guess what you would say, a demigod or avatar of Grumsh.
You see, when I die, my spirit goes back up to Shrek, and I hang out with the boys for a little bit, and then they're like, "Alright, get back down there and keep doing what you're doing." And then I come back down here and keep doing what I'm doing.
Oh. That's nice.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
But just so we know, if I die, I pretty much stay dead. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, I think that stands for probably the rest of us.
Yeah, good to know.
Actually, I think I need to ask Sotiar about that in my case.
Didn't you come back from the dead?
In a sense, yes. It's part of why I'm going to be digging through these boxes to get some answers on that.
And apparently near death was the reason I'm this way now.
Okay, so Isa died once. Kartag can come back from the dead every couple of years. Noman is where he is because he died. And Arthos, you're...
Mm, well,
He's just a little guy doing his
technically, I
best.
Little
did die
guy.
once and come back. And then some things changed.
So you're not just a little guy like Kartag says.
I mean, you should have
not
already
quite.
figured that out.
I mean, that is none of your business.
Huh?
Oh my god.
Anyways.
He's just a spuddy.
He's my spotty.
I want to go home. But
Yeah, he
like,
looks at us like at one point I was a vampire of sorts. Now I'm not. You know, a lot has happened.
And none of us are human, right?
And you hear Wilhelm as he's playing. Define human.
You're undead, you don't count.
I'm an elf who just happens to be undead. And you
Exactly.
know, vampires do take offense to being called undead. There are such things as actual undead.
it is actually pretty offensive. I've come to
I'm
realize.
sorry, Wilhelm.
And then he stands up, makes his way over to all of you. And
I mean, to be fair, I'm more undead than he is. He's got a cold. Really. That's all vampirism is. It's just a bad flu.
I don't understand how you even managed to get that, Kartog. And then he gestures over towards Isa. Isa is, for lack of a better word, human. Who likes to drink blood on occasion.
So the church doesn't differentiate then, I would guess, between is it, would you consider it a curse almost? I don't want to offend. And he looks around the table and kind of like waves his hands a little bit.
You know, I do have a question regarding Isa as well.
Well, it's all the interest in me tonight.
Why do you eat bones now?
Well, if you really want to get into it, bones and bone marrow actually have quite a high amount of nutrition in them that can help with a number of natural illnesses.
Arthur just stares at him with an eyebrow slightly raised, like, really? Nutrition?
Willem's gonna place his hand on your shoulder, Arrows, and just kind of lean in. He's a doctor.
Oh, yes, I think I knew that. Thank you, Wilhelm. He's sitting so still because Wilhelm just slightly scares him.
Really, if we're wanting to get more into it, Arthos, it would actually benefit you the greatest since it would help with your bone density, which would increase the growth acceleration of your muscles.
And you just hear this kind of cackle coming from Wilhelm. Muscles.
Eros leans in to Arthos and whispers, "Is he going to betray us again? I'm still really unsure about all of this."
You know, honestly, I think that's still on the table. That's just well known. Though I do believe he is being sincere about the kids, but I think that's the only thing I'm sure of when it comes to him. That and the fact that he's greedy.
You know I can still hear you.
I mean, are you not greedy?
Am I wrong?
No, but still.
Okay then.
I just imagine like Arthos and Eros like leaning over the table to look all the way down it.
Down at Wilhelm, like, are we wrong? No. Okay.
Did that answer your question, Kartag?
What was the question again?
I will take that as a yes.
Was it the bones?
Yes, Kartog.
The bones, right, yes.
Are you sure you're okay, Kartog? Dude, I feel like offering you a hug, but I also feel like that might be a bad idea, and I don't know if you would appreciate the hug, so...
No, you're okay. You can stay there for now.
Oh, okay. I will stay here for now.
Just, keep doing your thing.
Okay. Sure. I'm sorry. Did we decide if we're going tonight or not? Because I feel like we got off topic just a little bit.
I think it might be smarter for us to go tomorrow. That's at least my vote.
I am worried about the children, but I also agree with Isa. And he looks over at Noman, who is still, beat to shit.
Don't decide on my account.
To be honest, I'm not exactly at 100% either.
Wilhelm does nod. I'm not worried about having the children back today, but soon.
The sooner the better. But I agree that one night shouldn't hurt. They're not typically ones to raid houses in the middle of the night. They prefer more of a show.
And he starts to nod. This is true. I will warn you all that Eldheim is not the way that we left it some years ago. It's changed. It's very much like Niren Strath right now, and I'm going to tell you, I'm not very happy about that.
So it was better once?
Much
In
better.
a sense.
It was beautiful. No poverty. Shops open, people roaming, children playing. Everyone's happy.
Puppy?
And now that the church is here, it's...
Puppy?
Yeah, it's poopy.
That's you.
Poop.
Poopy?
Is Wilhelm referencing all of Aes'Taldon with this, or just
Eldheim?
Eldheim?
The conversation's about Eldheim, so you would assume it's about Eldheim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And we're going to take a really quick break here. Because
Nope.
I have to go change my little Inquisitor.
Oh.
Poopy.
All right, and
Hey,
we're
I'm getting food, but I
back.
have my headset. Okay.
What?
I said I'm getting food, but I have my headset.
Oh. All right, so Arthos, I need you to roll me d20. Nah, just you're good. You're good.
Me trying back to my room.
But yeah, so you're all planning to rest for the evening, is what I'm getting.
Yeah.
I
think that was
guess.
the consensus. Stop
Okay.
that shit.
So,
Sounds good.
is there anything that you all need to do prior to the end of the night?
Hmm.
Um, DM, can I DM you what I want Isaac to do?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
Nah, fam. I'm not about that life.
Nothing outside of the room, I would say. I'm just going to take precautions before retiring for the evening.
What do you think is gonna happen?
You couldn't even have a bubble bath in peace.
Never will. By the way, if you guys want to get like off the grid, use shift, hold shift.
Mm.
Why is it my headset cut out right when you say, if you want to get off the grid, you should, and then it just cuts out.
Hold shift.
Hold shift? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you can just literally just drag your token all the way across like
Why
that.
would you do that? You know how hard it is to get anywhere.
Why are you upside down?
I don't know. It's every time I try to zoom in and out, I just turn my token by accident a lot of the times. Yeah.
There you go.
And now we're all like running around. Hey guys, look what I can do.
All fighting to get down the skinny hole.
Move, bitch! I'm taking the bath first. Wait, is this my room? I think this is my room.
That is your room. Yes. You don't even remember your own rooms.
No, it's just weird because I'm still not used to like the perspective, only being able to see shit around me. Like, wait, which door was mine?
Like, for real.
Wait, what's in this room?
We can't see through
I
walls.
think that's Kartog's room.
Nolan
That
has
is not
nothing.
Kartog's
He
room.
has the biggest fucking room. Fucking asshole.
That's Kartog's room. No one's
What?
got that room.
Why does
Yes.
Kartak have to be across from me?
Oh, that's Then's room. That's Then's room.
Who?
Who?
I hate you. You can't do that when he's not here.
Actually,
Who?
it works even more.
Just close the door. Just assume that he's in there. Oh, okay, everybody's okay.
Are those just gonna stay in the door? No.
And then shut it. I don't have a room.
Nah, shut.
Hey Wilhelm, do you have a room upstairs?
Just take Arthur's.
Oh no, who shut the door?
I'm just gonna go walk around.
I'm locked in the room.
Take your mom's away.
That's my punishment.
I just walk around.
Mommy, take her.
So,
Hey, Shrek. Hey, Shrek.
I could go ask, if there's another room.
No, it's fine. We've been sharing a room for quite some time now. It's fine.
Just, if you want space, I could,
Well, can't get my token. He's like, no, It's fine. I promise.
It's so unnerving only being able to see your own room.
Now the two of them are locked in a room.
Yeah. Oh no. Should I open the door? Is it safer?
Two friends locked in the room. Will they kiss? Maybe.
So,
No, I'll just stay on the floor. It's fine.
He just looks at the bed, looks at Arrows, looks back at the bed. Bed is massive. You don't need to sleep on the floor.
Sounds good.
He just like sits on the bed, just pats the side of it, like, come on,
Okay.
not gonna hurt you, not gonna bite.
You know what? Actually, I believe you. As opposed to the rest of the party, I'm not sure of.
Wow.
Listen. I don't want to get nomened in the middle of a comforting night, okay?
it's a thing now.
I've become a verb.
Nomen.
Nomened?
Get
Well, it's-
nomened.
Nomened, it means when you're relaxing and suddenly something really bad happens. I got nomened.
Or when you take a boat
It used to mean
Oh
just
my God.
forgotten.
Oh, buddy. No.
rectum.
now that's tended.
That's then. Who?
That's really
Oh.
extended.
So we're trusting Wilhelm now, yes?
No,
No.
But-
Okay.
but
No, we're not trusting him.
in this one instance, I do believe he's genuine and sincere. So most
yes,
other times,
for
I would take
now.
him with a grain of salt.
Okay. It's really I'm trying really hard here, Arthos, to keep up with you all. So
Yeah, you have a lot to learn. A lot of things have happened.
yeah, I can tell. There's a
And we're
lot
not
of
exactly
shit
the
here.
closest group.
No, but I think you could benefit from being a little bit closer to each other. I mean, do you smile? Like, it's kind of concerning.
He just like looks a little confused, like, yeah.
Oh, is that what you call a smile? Okay, sure.
Oh. All right.
He used to have a really big smile. A really big smile.
Shut up, you. You're not in the room. Yeah, there's just not a lot to smile about for a while. I mentioned I was a vampire of sorts. Yeah, I don't even know how to explain that one.
I don't know if that's something explainable. I'm not looking for you to relive trauma if you don't want to. Not a good feeling.
Let's just say that I was, in all sorts of the words, a monster, and I made a pact to be what I was before. And the stipulation was that, and he just like raises his fingers for air quotes, the child of love had to die. And then he just kind of gestures towards the dining room, and that.
And do you believe you did the right thing?
He just kind of shrugs. Who knows? All I know is that she was evil. She was the one who set Noman off, messed with his brain. She was I guess a clone of sorts, some sort of offspring from Sortiara, or Lifa, or whoever. So I'm just gonna say yes and not regret the choice I made.
I don't judge you for the choice you made, Arthos. I just
I do. Sorry.
think maybe next time be a little bit open about it before you off somebody's child, not child. I'm still, that's really confusing to me as well. I don't agree with Love did at all, though.
I don't know what's going on with that. Also, please, how would you have that conversation? Hi, I'm no longer a monster because I made an agreement to butcher your child.
That is, you know what?
It's just not an easy conversation.
No, it's not. Don't envy you for having it. At least my choices in life seem a lot easier.
How so?
I never had to decide if I needed to execute a friend's child.
Well, he's just like, yeah, that's valid.
Yeah, see? Not bad.
So tell me where you come from.
Island.
Descriptive.
Yes, very descriptive. It is not from here. It is very not from here. So I don't even think we're on the same plane, to be honest. I'm not. This is all kind of new. I was there, then I was in Barovia, and now I am here. And there seems a lot greener and lusher, and there's still assholes like everywhere in the world, in every plane that you go on. But it does seem a little livelier.
Yeah, there's not much joy to be spread whenever the church is around.
Maybe you just need a little music here.
Sure. I was impressed with your playing when we were in Barovia.
That is the only thing that brought me joy in Barovia, actually.
I think that was the only joyful thing in Barovia, to be honest.
So getting trapped in Barovia, not a bad thing after all.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't such a bad thing after all.
Really fucking sucked, though. Not going to lie.
I'm just glad we're not there and that we do not have to go back.
Yeah. Hopefully. Good night, Arthos.
Good night, Eros.
And
Then we snooze.
the night goes by smoothly. You're woken up a couple hours later after having a long rest by that almost internal clock kind of jostling you all. You can hear the noises of the staff wandering, cleaning, opening, closing doors. You hear a very large or loud kind of crashing sound. Sounds like dishes or something fell over. And then at that point you can hear Wilhelm. That's very fine china and you just ruined it. What is wrong with you?
Is he a morning person?
He's a vampire. He doesn't sleep. Well, what now? Might as well get breakfast and see where the others are at. See when they wish to depart on our little journey.
I just wish it would let us sleep in for like, another hour. Be that bad. Oh, shoot. There we go.
Yeah, I would think after listening to some of just the clattering and the constant noise, Arthur's probably lay there 5 minutes like, well, it's not gonna get quieter. And he's going to get up and start getting dressed for the day.
So, after a while, Wilhelm makes his way out. Looks around at the rest of the staff. He sees you, Arrows.
Oh. Hey, Wilhelm.
Oh, good morning. Did you sleep well?
Yes, actually. Good night's sleep. The whole alarm thing is a great system.
Yes, it is pretty interesting, don't you think?
Love it. Did you sleep? Well, Arthur says you don't
No,
sleep. Yeah.
I don't sleep. But it doesn't mean I don't rest. I did spend my time reading.
Oh. And what does Wilhelm like to read?
The Sword Trilogy is what I'm on currently.
Did he take my fucking books?
Haven't heard of that one. You'll have to regale me sometime. Always love a new story.
Actually, I'm going to honestly suggest that you ask Isa. He's quite familiar with the books himself.
Oh. Then I will have to talk to Isa a little bit more.
And you can just see this kind of shit-eating grin form on his face.
You know what? I don't trust that I should do this.
No, please. Go ahead. Ask him.
No, you know what? Thanks,
Isa.
Wilhelm. He tries to doesn't even realize Arthos is next to him and just bumps into him and it's like, I'm just gonna go. You know what? There's probably breakfast in there, so I'm going to. You scare me. Bye.
And then he
You scared me,
looks.
bye.
He looks over at you. Arthur's like, "What did I do?"
He just deadpans him like, really?
What? Oh, good morning, Kartog.
Nothing, Wilhelm. You were just yourself.
Wilhelm, how many dead men do you think would be an issue outside of your mansion?
One, but considering I know what you're going to do, you're welcome to pile up the bodies as long as you get somebody to clean them, please.
Yep, that might be the case.
I will warn you, though, there are, last I checked, about 7. Kind of wandering, but, here, in the courtyard, to be a little more specific about that.
Well, that's not ideal.
That sounds like a morning exercise.
Well, still, there's no guarantee it'll even attack. Maybe it'll just be pissy like the last storm.
Perhaps. Hopefully. Well, breakfast is served if you all want to eat. If not, that's fine too. Doesn't really matter to me.
I'll take a quick bite.
How do I fucking change this? Isa will probably come out of his room around this time. Oh, that's where I can change it. There we go. Was he successful?
Yes. You didn't find a lot, but you did find something that you knew you would have to start digging a little bit more.
Okay. In that case, he will come out with all that in his bag and tow. He's got a little bit of bags under his eyes, but nonetheless, he comes out to John. Morning, Wilhelm. He'd go over and take a seat.
As you make your way past, Wilhelm nods at you. Good morning to you. Did you sleep well?
Well enough. Oh shit, that wasn't actually on.
Well enough. Oh. I heard you making some noises. Did you need anything? Anything my staff can help you with?
Well, unless one of your staff can find a way to make it so that I never have to fall asleep, that'd be great. But other than that, yeah, breakfast would be fine.
And you see Wilhelm kind of like give you a little shrug and smiles, and you can kind of see his fangs. He's like, you are only half.
True.
Well, I'm going to head upstairs to go and corral my family. You all enjoy your meals. And try not to bring the fight inside, if you wouldn't mind.
Yep, I can do that.
And he goes to leave. And then he kind of pauses. Arthos, you requested a weapon.
Yes. Were you able to get anything?
Yes, actually, I was. You're not allergic to silver, right?
Not anymore.
Good. And he's kind of looks you up and down, like if he's trying to like study you. Long sword, I would assume.
Correct.
All right. You can meet me upstairs in my study, and I will have it prepared for you.
Ah. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'll be up shortly. And he's gonna, like, kind of hurry up what he was eating. And once he's finished with that, he's going to start heading upstairs to his study. I just leave it up, like, I'll be back down in a moment.
Eris is gonna reach back and grab your arm and cast Bardic Inspiration.
Cast Death Ward on him.
I don't have that.
Yet.
I want to be short.
Just gives you your arm a squeeze. It's just, I
He just
I
gives you a nod,
know.
like,
yeah, just be careful.
will do. Thank you. And he starts to go upstairs to study. Yeah, heading upstairs.
Before Wilhelm is out of earshot, like I want him in earshot for when I say this. Eris is gonna lean over and look at Isa and go, "So Wilhelm said you really liked the sword series?"
And you just hear,
Yes, it is an interesting read.
Sorry.
Lots of sword fighting.
So, Arthos, when you make your way upstairs, I do not see you upstairs. Skilly.
Nope. I don't think I can get upstairs from here, can I?
Oh, you probably can't. I will move you.
He's tempted to, but collides with at least one wall.
I can see
Hate when that
where
happens.
you're at. Where are you, though?
On the actual stairs, in the first floor.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I can teleport through walls. That's dope. Let's zoom back in.
So, you make your way upstairs, and you can see that the door was slightly open. Walking inside, you can see Wilhelm standing by the fireplace. And he has a weapon in his hands. You can see that the blade itself, it's not straight. It's kind of wavy. It almost looks like it's moving, but you can very easily see he's holding it. It's a solid weapon. And he holds it out kind of towards the light, turning it so you can see it gleaming. And he holds the weapon out, and this is something that we've been working on for quite some time. We call it Quicksilver. And he kind of swishes it around and then holds it out in his hand out towards you.
Yeah, he'll take the hilt and just kind of like point the blade towards the fireplace as he's kind of like turning it, looking at the actual blade. Does a few quick motions with it, conscious not to actually like cut anything in the room.
And I did send you what it looked like.
Oh shit! Okay, that's dope. Oh, what?
Now I want to see.
Yeah.
That's cool shit.
Share with the class, Timothy.
Big enough for everybody.
He is kind of looking at you as you're holding it. It's like, that does seem to suit you. It's, how do I put it, long story short, if you stab someone, you can put the metal into their body and poison them. It becomes liquid. And then when you're finished with it, you can draw out the metal from their body.
Arthos is looking thoroughly impressed. Like, you know, really well, Hum. I think you've outdone yourself this time. I knew it was going to be good. I didn't realize it was going to be quite this level. Thank you.
Well, there's no need to thank me. You are all doing tremendous work. And you might die. So I would rather you showcase my products in the meanwhile. No offense, of course.
No worries. I will happily show off this work of art.
And that is the information for it.
Alright. Oh shit.
So, with everybody else downstairs, it's pretty quiet. The staff are cleaning up any empty plates, filling up any glasses. You can hear the family upstairs kind of roaming. You hear their voices kind of filtering down.
Well, tell me about this sword series.
First, are you actually curious, or did Wilhelm try to get you to talk about it in order to embarrass me?
The silence is unnerving.
Which one is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Rocky, if you are speaking, we are not hearing you.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Panic, panic.
Maybe Rocky doesn't even know which one it is.
Rocky.
Rocky? Rocky?
Oh, I can't hear anybody.
Hey.
Oh no.
Hi.
Hey,
I was
hey,
like-
hello.
I was like, it's so quiet. I don't hear anything.
Ever gonna learn about this sword series?
Yeah, and then everything went blank. But the funny thing was, I could hear the music, and I just thought, it's like, oh,
We were just
right.
all being weird and not answering.
I was like, I'll just Eros leaves.
Isa basically asked, like, are you actually curious, or is this just a ploy because Wilhelm put you up to asking me in order to make me feel embarrassed?
No, he told me to ask you, and I was genuinely interested about what he was reading.
Isa kind of looks at Eros for a second in silence before he gives a nod, and he actually pulls out one of the books in the series. Well, the trilogy actually starts with this one character. he kind of goes on this journey, and he has a companion that he's traveling with, and he's going down like the full synopsis of this story and how it's a sort of hero's journey, but also a friends to lovers to arch enemies story, and the intricacies of the relationship between the main villain and this character. And he's actually going into it like he's actually interested in it. He hasn't mentioned the smut in it whatsoever. Like
Eros?
you get the sense that he's genuinely interested just in the plot of the story.
And Eros is like,
Eros,
he's
no.
paying attention.
The sword and sword series wasn't a long sword.
What?
Oh god, I hope it wasn't a short sword.
Plot twist, it was a hammer.
It was a dagger.
It was a dagger.
Wait a minute. And now I've got questions.
This is a knife fight.
Oh, and we hold on. I am 1 moment. We do have a special something for one of our players.
No,
What?
it's a penis.
to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Thank you, small child.
Aww.
I love it.
So cute.
Oh, you're so much.
All right, now back to the smut.
Regular programming.
I'm not sure if Wilhelm has your books, or if you he has a book, right?
Yeah, he actually pulled out one of the books.
Okay. Do you mind if I maybe borrow the first one?
I suppose I've read it 10 times by now. There's no point in me keeping it for too long. And he'll hand you the book.
Thank you. I'll give it back. And he kind of flips through it at the table. Sees a passing page of smut and is like, wait a minute. Reads the back.
Just casually passes the word penis, and you're like,
Wait, oh.
Hold on a minute. Wait.
This is spicy.
There's a lot of swords and sheathing in this book. This is
Ooh, ooh.
Now, why would he be putting his sword into someone else's sheath? Surely he has his own.
Just
No, but that's the whole part of the first act in the first book, is that he discovers that she has the perfect sheath for his sword.
Oh God! I'm gonna just put this away for now, and then I will go through it later. He's like bright red.
It can be very strongly worded in some places, but the overarching story is definitely a good read.
Not was, never one for, well, recently not one for romance, but I'll take it.
And that
As
night, Eros slept alone.
Arrow, the biggest of raised eyebrows, like, really?
I think there was synchronized expressions there.
He's just so red at this moment, and he's like, how do I get out of this situation?
Noman disguises himself just so he can raise an eyebrow.
What? I'm sorry, I must have missed that. What are we talking about? Books?
Yes, books.
Romance is messy, Isaac.
You obviously don't know who you're talking to in this regard.
then you know. Largely disappointing.
Disappointing, discouraging, sometimes spirit breaking.
Seems as if we're on the same page.
It is, like you said, messy.
Doesn't mean that maybe it can't be clean one day. I don't know. Maybe. I have to watch myself around all of you apparently now. Thanks a lot. I'm going to be overtly aware of everything I do. I'm going to just, stares at Noman for a second. Really? The eyebrow with you have to...
And it's not just any regular eyebrow, it's definitely like the Rock
A bushy
eyebrow.
one.
Like,
Yeah.
and I fully imagine it's not even like a disguised Noman. It's his face just with an eyebrow, like two eyebrows on it. One of them like
it's like
raised
the guy
way up.
from it's like the guy from Fooly Cooley.
And
Oh God, no, no, no.
Arthos is trying, or
Abort.
Eris is so out of this situation, like fully walk. He's a nice guy, and I just, I don't.
If it makes you feel better, I was the same way. It gets easier.
Makes me feel a little bit better. Thank you, Eza. And he waves his book. I'm just going to go to read. Just let me know when you all are ready. And he is very much leaving the situation to go read in a room.
All right, back to Arthos and Wilhelm. Arthos.
Mm-hmm.
Wilhelm looks at the weapon in your hand now. And you can see that, kind of like all joking aside, he looks sad. And he kind of walks up to you. You know, I honestly never thought that I would be able to say this, but I'm glad that I got to know you, Arthos.
You know, honestly, Wilhelm, I can't say the same thing. I think knowing now kind of how you felt in the beginning. Yeah. I think all in all, regardless of what's happened, I still think you've had some of our intentions at heart, so the best intentions. And I'm glad I got to know you. Are you okay? Something seemed to be off since you left and came back. I'm not going to pry, but
Bringing my family back has been taxing on me. I didn't bring them back myself, of course. That was all Lifa. But the price that I had to pay for that. And he kind of shrugs a little bit, takes a deep breath in, and he holds his hand out and kind of runs it along your blade. And you can see that there's blood in his hand, but the wound's not healing.
Arlo just kind of raises an eyebrow at his hand, like, did you give up your lifespan, your vampirism?
And he takes out his handkerchief and kind of puts it on the hand. I have, yes. I don't know if you've ever cared about something to this degree, Arthos, but my family mean everything to me. I was willing to kill all of you if I had to get them back. I wouldn't want to, but they are my family. I was given the option before you all arrived to have you all slain. Each of your deaths will bring back a person of my family. Or give up my immortality. And a significant piece of my elven lifespan. And he moves to sit down in the chair and kind of gestures for you to sit with him.
Yeah, he'll take a seat. He'll like kind of pause for a moment just watching him, but he'll take a seat. Yes.
For lack of a better word, I'm dying.
How much more do you have of your lifespan left?
I'd say 2 years, if I'm lucky.
Both of Arthur's eyebrows kind of raise at that, but he's gonna stay silent. He's gonna let Wilhelm finish.
I thought about it. Honestly, I thought about having them all wait for you when you all arrived from Barovia. I thought about turning Kartog in, but he kind of like taps at his chest. Serena giving me my soul back has damned me. To feel sympathy and concern for others.
You know, I don't think it's damned you. Do you regret your decision?
Oh, most definitely.
Your decision to bring your family back, not your soul. He just kind of chuckles like, your family, not your soul.
No, I don't regret getting my family back.
And do you think they would have been as joyed to see you had you not gotten your soul back? If you had been the way you were before?
Well, now looking back at it, no, I don't think they would have liked that at all.
Then no regrets. You still have 2 years. Enjoy what time with them as you can. Live life to the fullest.
And he
As much as you can in this sort of. And he's kind of like gestures, like kind of like a everything, like, well, if you can in this sort of place.
I have to I have to give wow. I have to give someone my. He kind of looks around. My everything. I can't go wherever I'm going without having an heir, so to speak. Someone to take care of my family. And as he says that, he kind of waves his hand over the table. And you see that there's a scroll there. And it has his name and your name on it.
Dad?
You're not my blood, so to speak. You were my child for a brief moment. And I take care of mine. There's no guarantee that you're going to survive what's going to happen. But I know that I'm going to do everything in my power while I have it to ensure that you at least be one of the last to fall. Should you survive, everything that I own will be yours. If you are willing to take it.
Arthos just kind of looks into the fire. You can tell he's not only thinking, but he's processing what he just said. He probably stays quiet for just a good minute. You know, Wilhelm, I didn't think that I would actually come out of this alive. My intention was to not survive, to take the church with me. But now, having the freedom that I do, having the independence that I do, and looking around at this life and figuring out what's important to me. I don't think that's the case anymore. I will accept this, and I will make you a promise. I swear it as an oath. Should I survive, should I actually manage to come out of this alive, I will watch out for your family. I will do everything I can to keep them safe, to keep them healthy, and if possible, try to keep them happy. You've been a better friend to me than I've had most of my life. Knowing now what I know about the church and living through what I've lived, I think you were the first friend that I actually had. And the least I could do is look out for your family.
And you see Wilhelm taking that same handkerchief and he starts like dabbing at the corner of his eyes. That's so sweet, Marcus. I never thought that you would ever see me as your new father. And you can tell he's obviously just being a dick.
Yep. Arlo just gives him like a deadpan look with like a half smile, like, really? Like, good to see some things never change.
And he holds out his hand again. Takes a quill that he has and pricks his finger. And you see him writing his name on the parchment. And then he hands the quill over to you. You're welcome to look it over. Make sure that there's no funny business.
Arthos just kind of looks at him for a couple of seconds. And then just looks at the dotted line and signs the dotted line. You know, Wilhelm, in this instance, I'm going to trust you. Partially because you are a friend, but also because this concerns your family. And I know how close they are to you.
And when you sign it, he kind of breathes a sigh of relief. Well, now that we have all of that unnecessary stuff out of the way, I do believe that you all are going to make your way out to go find the children.
Yes. Now that we're all rested, now that we've all eaten, now that we're all ready for a new day, I think we could rescue some children and pick a fight with the church along the way.
Oh. Good. As I said, if you find Astoria out there, please bring her home by any means necessary. Don't kill her, obviously. Tell Kartok that, please. Don't kill her or the children.
The children I'm not so worried about, but I will make sure he doesn't try to kill your sister. And if I have to render her unconscious temporarily, I will try to be as gentle as I can.
Oh, just ask Noman to do it. He's a master at that. And he stands up. Holds out his hand for you.
Yeah, he stands up and takes his hand.
Thank you, Arthos. You are making my end time a little more bearable.
Good. And I meant what I said. Live whatever time you have left with your family to the fullest. Whatever that means for you. Don't take any unnecessary risks. You only have 2 years.
Okay,
And I will try to be here to help with whatever you need as much as I can, present circumstances aside.
And he nods, giving you the freedom to leave should you wish.
Yeah, I think Arthos is going to take another look at the blade and then sheath it. And look at Wilhelm. We shall return shortly. Or at least that's the hope. But we shall return nonetheless.
If you find yourself in some trouble, try not to head over to So Nice. I need at least some place to be safe for the children. Any more that are going to have to suffer.
The
because of
less
this
attention that gets
needless
drawn to
war.
that place, the better.
And he nods, letting you exit the room.
Yeah, he will head back downstairs. And close the door behind him.
The rest of you downstairs. Okay. What are you all
Dining
doing?
rooms become quite awkward now that it's just Newman and Isa and Kartak.
Everyone's pieced out because he felt awkward.
There's such an uncomfortable silence. Such an uncomfortable silence.
The only sound is the cutlery as you try to like not make too much noise eating your oatmeal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would
It's
fully
like
imagine.
it's like the scene from, I think it was Shrek 2 when Shrek goes to meet Fiona's parents and they have that dinner. Just uncomfortable.
Oh no.
If I had silence.
Silence couldn't save you from how awkward this is.
No. When
Arthos
Arthos
walks
comes
up.
downstairs and just sees this, he's gonna like stop at the doorway like, I'm not ready for that. And he just turns around and walks off like, nah. Nope.
It's too,
Y'all
it's
enjoy
too
that
early.
uncomfortable silence by yourselves.
It's too early in the morning for all that. I'm
It's
out.
too early in the morning for this. I've already got a lot to think about. I don't need anything else.
Is Scully still chilling next to
Absolutely. He's
Carlson?
just been floating around the dining room, and then at some point he just decided to just chill like in one of the chairs.
Mhm.
Still like this little like skull on fire with black flames.
Does that make Noman uncomfortable?
No.
No, Scully's great.
It's not the most ridiculous thing that he's experienced. Hmm. Perhaps we should figure out something where we need to be.
Oh, that does remind me. I need to see to Wilhelm about that bag of holding at some point.
And you, Kartag, are we going to be taking some morning exercise?
Well, whenever you guys need the distraction, I'm more than happy to take a step outside and see what happens.
Let me just reconvene with Wilhelm real quick, and see if we can get this show on the road. I suppose.
Do you think that they would respond to anyone in particular if they saw them walking out of here?
No doubt, Arthos. I'm sure.
Somewhat curious if there's someone outside of our group. Yeah. Maybe save that for later. Let us save some children.
That we shall.
Eros is like 20 pages into this sword book.
Like, oh, this is getting good.
Huh, interesting.
What
You
did I
just
tell you?
open it. There's like one of those like the fucking like centerfolds.
Would
Oh my!
It
Would-
just folds out like
It's got
3
pictures.
times the length of the book. Just
I mean, not on like spicy scenes, but would Isa had like written? Is he a write? Would he write notes in books?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, then
Ugh,
Eros
sacrilege.
reads every one of your notes.
So I will tell you, the most eye-catching note, I guess, would be in the first 20 pages for that. Will probably be, sometimes I wish it was this easy.
Oh. Eros looks so sad. Just like pouting.
Isa did forget that he wrote notes, cliff notes in that book, though. So.
It's a
Like-
special edition.
The next page, you just see the word balls.
Nope. Makes a
No.
face.
Like legit. Probably a few pages after that, you'll see on the side. You'll see he wrote, and I quote, "I never knew there were so many different words and euphemisms to describe balls."
Red and feels so awkward.
like 3 pages later, it's just lots of balls.
The page after that, there is just a full-length shopping list on the edge of the page.
looks up at Arthos walking in the room and immediately closes the book. You're alive? That's yep.
That's the least surprising thing of what happened.
Oh, that's good, huh?
I don't know how to process. All right. I was not expecting the conversation that we had. What do you have there? And he's gesturing to the book
Nothing.
like, what do you have there?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's nothing. I'm glad you're okay.
I would imagine Eros is bright red at this point.
Oh yeah, he's so red. He's just like, oh, I thought they got out of an awkward situation, and then no, here I am again. Oh no.
Look towards the book, looks towards Eros, looks back towards the book, slowly raises a single eyebrow, like,
You two, come on. No one already. No, that and it was a different situation, but I still feel the judgment.
It was a different.
I can't judge you for reading a book.
Please, you were you look like you're judging me.
You look like you're hiding something.
I'm not hiding anything. It's just a book that I borrowed from Isa. It is Isa's book. He skipped a few parts when he was describing it. That is it.
Huh? Okay.
Hi, Arthos.
Hi. He just had like the strange look on his face, like,
It's like
At
gets
this
off the
point-
bed and just like slowly walks around him with the book behind his back.
I don't care that you're reading a book. You do know that.
You're not judging me, are you?
No, I'm not one for books. I find them somewhat boring, but if you enjoy them, you enjoy them.
No. Come on. I was starting to like you. Come on.
Swipe
and he
left.
yeah. Swipe left.
We're at odds again. So
Really?
we are at odds now.
He like hits Arthos with the book.
Do you know what kind of books the church has?
Obviously terrible ones, and you
Page-
should read new ones.
Pages and pages of prayers and history of priests and
You read the wrong books then. You need new books.
like the one you're reading.
You know what? The one I'm reading, I am reading. So maybe we should get you a different book.
This is,
Okay, I'll take suggestions. He's still gonna like give Eros a strange look, like you're being shady as fuck. Like not in a bad way. You're just being shady. Like
You know what, Arthos? I think maybe Isa was right when he was talking to me about you. And Arthos, or Eros, opens the door, sees no one anymore. Now feels like he was trying to make a real cute, quick exit, and now he's like, oh shit.
Oh, I was just going to check on you two. Are we to be saving children?
yeah, that's the plan today. Arthos looks confused, and he just stared in between like Eros and no one like.
Eros is like
He just
shaking
raised
his
an
head at
eyebrow at-
Nobin.
He just raises an eyebrow at no one like,
Oh man.
did I miss something?
No.
Shall we?
I am so not cool enough for this party. I just.
I saw the door shut. I was like, damn, Haros just slams the door on open. Like, nope, not dealing with that one either.
I keep pressing the door instead of me.
Because you're overlapping it.
Yeah. Because I'm stuck between a door and an Arthos.
Mm.
A door in a hard place.
That was on one of those pages.
Oh my god. Page 39.
Give it 30 more pages.
Yeah.
Mind you,
So-
each book in the trilogy has over 150 pages.
Just one book. This is just one book. He's gonna just tuck that book right back into his bag of holding. You know what? I actually should talk to Wilhelm about it. Something. I'm actually looking for a pair of gloves, and hopefully he could find me some here, maybe.
Yeah, he's gonna be the best one to talk to. He should be able to find you one. He's upstairs in the study if you want to speak to him. I think he should be by himself now.
He's slowly starting to come back to a normal, very pale coloration. And just like squeezes out of the door.
Arthur still with a mild look of confusion on his face, like
It's
something happened and I am missing.
Did you just close the door? No.
And Omen just slams the door and locks it shut. Good luck.
Do that. Yeah, no, it's
Hit the down arrow.
it's me. Sorry.
WASD.
Ah,
Hey.
look at that.
Are you okay?
I'm in. I'm out. I'm just.
That's on the page too.
That was on the page.
God,
Oh my god.
what have I done?
Yeah, that's probably in there somewhere too.
A few times.
What have I done?
Hello, this is episode 69, bro. Like,
Eros discovered swords.
Automatic success.
As Eros walks out of the room, he looks at Noman and just like, I know what you saw. Perfect, thank you.
he just gives him the Michael Scott, I hate you face. I will end you.
I don't. You know what? Arthos is there, so I'm just gonna...
Arthos is like still in the doorway, watches Eros leave, looks at Noman, and it's like,
I'm confused.
did I miss something?
I don't understand. Yeah. Was everything well upstairs?
Relatively, yes. And he pats the new blade that he has by his side. Wilhelm had a gift, or as he described it, something to help keep us all alive. Because if we die, his family dies, and he just does not want that.
That is fair. Anything that will keep us going.
So, is everybody ready to leave?
I believe so. I think Isa wanted to try to find out about something. I think he might have been going to talk to Wilhelm as well. But, yeah. I know Kartag must be ready.
Yeah, I believe Kartag's been itching for a fight. We'll let him enjoy his time.
Better anyone else than me.
Glad to see you're not beaten and bruised still. Damn it.
See? See?
Are you okay?
Got them doors.
First time?
Why do these doors keep slamming?
First time?
First time for what?
Right when you fix this damn door.
It doesn't read. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
No one's so tired. Yeah, I'd also like to visit Wilhelm before I leave.
We're all gonna visit Wilhelm.
Let's do a double visit. Why not?
Yeah. So, those of you who want to speak to Wilhelm, you make your way upstairs. Everybody except for Eros knows where the study is.
Follow me.
Okay,
Use
good.
the buddy
'cause I've
system.
no idea where I'm going.
Meow.
Sorry.
Oh, look at those
So-
little spotlights up.
Just the two of them?
Just the two.
No one don't care about.
Make it if they try.
What was that, Kartag?
I said they can make it if they try.
Uh-oh.
Now Josh is depressed.
Oh.
But yeah, so the two of you actually enter the room, and you can see Wilhelm kind of almost slumped over in his seat. The door kind of jostles him. He's like, oh, I'm sorry about that. Isa, Eros, what can I help you with?
Apologies for intruding. Just about the bag of holding we were speaking about last night. You said they might have some available in the shops in town.
Yes, they should have some. Can't guarantee it, but you know, with the whole war and everything.
That's fair.
If
So,
you-
will this be a loan, or do I have to sign away my soul? How is this gonna go?
for what?
I'm asking that you buy me a bag of holding.
I already told you there's no need. Just
I know, and I didn't believe you the first time. That's why I'm asking again.
ye of little faith, Isa. And he looks over at Eros. And ye of plenty. It's nice seeing the two of you together. It'll do
Isa
you
and
good.
I?
Yes. It'll do Isa some good. And he kind of shakes his head, waving his hand, and reach into his bag of holding and pulls out some gold pieces. Actually, platinum. Pulls out some platinum and hands it over.
How much platinum we talking?
2.
2 platinum pieces. Okay. Dope.
And what
I
about
can
you?
probably say that this is not the most money Isa's ever had.
Yeah, sure. And he looks over at you, Eros. Did you need something? Or were you
yes,
just accompanying him?
No, Arthur said you were maybe the person to ask. I was hoping maybe I could find some gloves. I have something that I haven't been able to use for quite some time because I can't really handle it. But if I'm going into a fight, it would just be nice just to have, just in case.
Gloves, like regular gloves.
Yes. And he just gives a little nod and I don't have it on me right now. It's a sword. Doesn't actually like to be touched too much if very cold.
Yes.
That's on page 132.
Oh my god. We've really got to talk about what your descriptor skills have to say about you, Isa.
I
Because
described you the most important parts of that book to me.
you did,
Whatever
but
else you find is on your own.
you skipped a lot of the scene.
I guess that says something about me, doesn't it?
No, I guess you're right, but that's not a bad thing.
And he, Wilhelm just kind of nods. There should be gloves in your room, in the wardrobe. You're welcome to take them if you wish.
Thank you, Wilhelm.
Is that all you two needed?
Well, needed, yes, but I'm still curious as to what's been so off about you.
It's the stress of everything, honestly. I'm exhausted. I don't see the joy in all of this fighting. And it's bad for business. Bad for business means I don't make money. I don't make money means that I can't provide for myself.
Then how about we make it good for business again? We saved some children along the way.
Yes, please. I would very much appreciate that. And he stands up. You see that his movements are a little bit slower. They're not as fluid. Is that all you needed?
That was it for me on my end.
Yes, thank you.
Well, thank you for the lovely visit. And he kind of gestures for the two of you to leave.
Isa will turn and he will walk out.
As he's walking with Isa, Eris is gonna kind of whisper, so, got to go through the damn door. Wilhelm and Arthos, were they like a thing?
It takes Isa a minute to process that question because it takes me as the player a minute to process that question.
Eros knows nothing, and I love it.
No, they weren't a thing. Their particular relationship is somewhat difficult to explain.
Yeah, I didn't think that asking would be the best question to either of them, so I just, wanted an outside opinion.
Well, I wouldn't exactly trust my opinion of them. At least the two of them as a duo.
No, but I trust your general opinion.
Well, my general opinion of however they converse with each other and what I've had to deal with in terms of being with the group, with them in it. Let's just say I wasn't too confident that we were all looking out for the same things and the same reasons. But then again, I, at least for a long time, have not really been a part of the group, I could say.
Longer than I have.
In a different sense.
Well, if it probably makes you not feel better, don't really think I'm part of the group at this moment either. I just feel like I'm kind of here.
That's pretty much how I felt when I first met them. I also had much better opinions of them before, like you do now.
And to let's see that. Was that a thing?
What?
Did I see a thing in my point of view? No? Maybe?
What thing?
Eros looks down the hallway that I was just walking down.
Oh, were you talking about the token?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe? I don't
Oh, okay.
know.
Are you
Okay.
talking about the drawing?
No.
Okay.
Talking about Nikita.
We've
Yeah,
already
I was
gone
like,
through that.
random woman walking down the hall. Who are you? Eros kind of shakes his head a little bit. I want you to find peace, Isa, and I hope you find it.
I understand your sentiment, and it does not go unnoticed. So, I apologize if I'm a little bit less optimistic than usual.
Believe me, it's taken some time for me to get optimistic, so. The work in progress. I'm good at playing that game. For myself, at least.
Well, you came in at an opportune time. At the very least, our morals and ideals align somewhat.
I don't like to see children hurt either.
That especially, but in a more overarching sense. I can't tell you how many times I've butted head with Aes'Taldon.
He is interesting, to say the least. Though I know that this certain topic would not interest you, so I'm just gonna be quiet.
Trust me, if I've gotten used to listening to everyone else thus far, wouldn't hurt.
It's maybe a little thing, and I'm not used to it. Okay, I mean I am used to it. It's just it's like, you know. Oh
Clearly,
man.
if you brought it up, you want to talk about it, or at least let it out in some sense.
Well, I didn't realize. God, I hate this conversation already. Not you. You are perfectly fine. I'm a disaster.
Welcome to the club.
Good. At least it's a part of you here. Maybe we this another time. Then he walks down the steps.
And Isa will follow him down the steps.
Ah, are we ready now?
Who the fuck is reporting static on TV?
Yeah, somebody's feedback looping.
That is DM.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
me.
Yep.
Oh, it's JR.
What?
what?
Huh?
He's washing dishes.
Rude.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
that makes sense. Okay.
I unplugged my mic because I thought it was me. Give me a moment. I'm gonna go grab something. And Eris is just gonna run, grab his bag and a pair of gloves from the drawer that Wilhelm told him there'd be gloves in. And come back out. Okay.
Well, are we ready?
I suppose so.
Ready as we can be, I suppose.
So what is the plan here? Are we getting attacked as soon as we walk outside?
Well, what I was thinking is if you guys want to sneak out the back, I'll go out the front. Cause a nice little distraction, I'm sure. I mean, we have Wilhelm, we have Jezebel, and we have Nikita here. If I need backup, I've got some fairly decent choices. I'll cause a bit of a ruckus, cause a distraction. You lot can sneak off into the shadows and look for the children.
Will you be okay alone, Kartog?
Well, like I said, if I need backup, Wilhelm's here. Fend is still asleep. Jezebel is a literal demon, and Nikita is a fair hand at combat too, and I'm pretty sure she's around somewhere. So it's not like I've got slim pickings in terms of backup if I need it.
Oh, you're a pretty capable individual, I think. And you get bardic inspiration.
Hey.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's a D10.
Mm.
Ooh, okay.
I think.
You think?
I think.
Aw.
It might be a D8. Let me make
It's
sure
a
it's a
D10.
D10. It is, yeah, D10.
Yeah, by that level, ought to be.
Needed to make sure.
E.
Tend to know if we've found. Have we left out this place any other way before? I don't think so.
You've left out the side window.
That was that was Leopold.
I mean, I could get me and somebody else out pretty quickly, and at least 500 feet. But I think only me and one other person.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like enough.
No.
Just climb through a window. There are windows on the bottom floor you can go through.
Well, that was my plan.
I'm going to
Speak
follow
to
you.
Wilhelm. Maybe there's a secret tunnel in the kitchen or something too.
You know, I think I made really good friends with the kitchen staff the other day. I'm sure they'll tell me.
Always best to make friends with the kitchen staff. That's how you secure the best food.
Or do you just do this thing where you sit in the kitchen and you just sneak pieces while they're making it? I don't think they cared for that too much, but it was good. So window.
To the wall.
There's a few out here.
The window's the idea I have, but knowing the Kin family and knowing Wilhelm, there is absolutely not only one way in or out of this building that is intended to be used as an entrance or an exit.
Let us find one.
All right, so who's heading out?
Waiting on Arthos.
Yeah.
Waiting on Arthos.
I figured Kartok was going to go out. We'd at least give him a few seconds to get their attention. Then we should make our way either towards the window or could stick our head in the kitchen and ask kitchen staff. But either way, I say we give Kartak a head start and then we make our way out.
Enjoy.
Shall do.
Have fun.
Hey, card dog.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know I'm going to give you a hug now, right?
Mm-hmm.
First is gonna walk over and give him a light hug.
Like
You
you
know,
know, you know I'm gonna hug you, right? And it's like, you just put
Yep.
you just put the blade of your axe right against his neck.
You're getting a hug.
You know, usually when I've got my arms around someone, it's a lot more high impact.
That's
Thank
one of
you.
the other pages.
I appreciate you for not killing me.
No, you're alright. Make sure these assholes don't end up in any trouble. Yeah, he's gonna take his axe, give himself a quick slap on the face to perk himself up, and just walk on out.
As you go to step out, Jezebel, she materializes beside you,
Oh boy.
and she kind of smiled, like this very big smile. Are we going to go and have some fun?
Well, if you're wanting to come along, why don't we make a game of it? I'll see how many souls I can claim for Grumsh. You see how many souls you can claim for the Hells. Whoever wins gets a bit of bragging rights.
And as soon as you say that, she like begins to shift into her demon form. It's like, oh, this is going to be so much fun.
Yep, he'll reef himself in a shroud of black. His axe begins to burn with rage, and he steps through the door.
Winner has to buy. Loser has to buy the winner some Waffle House too. Are they still open? I
Sweets?
feel like I have to ask that.
I am actually gonna have to step away.
Yes.
I have birthday obligations in like a short amount of time.
No,
Yep.
you are perfectly fine because that is where
Please
we're
enjoy the
ending
rest of the session, everyone.
Oh no.
So we're actually going to call it here for tonight because there's a big fight about to happen.
Ah.
So thank you everybody for tuning in. You can catch us next Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the continuation of Aes'Taldon, Evil Begets Evil, and catch us on this Friday for the continuation of Aes'Taldon: The Beginning. Looking forward to seeing you then. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye now.
Bye bye now.